I have lost over 48 pounds in the last 24 weeks using the prescription medication Mounjaro. I'm currently on a dose of 7.5 milligrams and I'm on my way to hopefully eventually losing over 100 pounds. Well, that's about 7 stone if you're watching from the UK. My name is Ginger, and this is my channel Ginger Goes GLP-1, where we discuss all things GLP. And like I said, in my specific case, that's Mounjaro. You may also be on Wegovy, Ozempic, it's called tirzepatide as well, lots of different names. But anyway, a GLP-1 medication for weight loss or diabetes. So if you'd like to join me, I'm going to bring you up to date on my week 24, how that went. I had set a mini goal quite some time ago of getting under 200 pounds. I have not been under 200 pounds since about 2004, 2005, maybe even six. I can't remember when it was specifically, but it's been a long, long time. So yeah, I've been doing really well on Mounjaro and it has completely suppressed my appetite. It's tamed my cravings. It's given me very good hunger suppression. I'm what you probably call a super responder or a hyper responder, in that I get the maximum effects from Mounjaro and I get them very quickly. For example, my injection day is on a Thursday morning, and usually by Thursday afternoon, my appetite has reduced significantly. I don't have the old food noise and sort of cravings that I used to have, that I used to act on all of the time. And yeah, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I have very, very low hunger, no food noise, very, very few cravings. And my appetite usually starts to come back maybe sort of Tuesday, Wednesday, in preparation for then my next shot, which goes on the Thursday. So, on these weekly updates, what I like to do is take you through mood, hunger, cravings, sleep, calories, goals, side effects, and just kind of give you an update on where I am in my journey. So, I've been very lucky with side effects. I've had a couple of the side effects along the way. I've had some heartburn, I've had some constipation, I've had very, very rare nausea. I haven't really had diarrhea, so to speak, which I know is a side effect for some people. I've maybe had one or two headaches, but again, it's been nearly 6 months. Did I just have headaches? What else can I say? Oh, I've got an itchy spot right in the middle of my shoulder blades. And recently, within the last 4 weeks, I've had a sort of rash or a red spot around the injection area on my stomach. I only inject on my stomach. I've tried it in the back of my arm, I've never tried it in my thighs. But for me, I feel I get the maximum benefit from doing it in my stomach. You can look at all of the other videos online about people recommending whether to do it in your stomach, your arm, your thigh. I suggest if you're new to this journey, just try, different injection sites and see which one's going to work out best for you. But for me, that's the stomach. Hands down, it works the best for me. I get the maximum hunger suppression right the way through the week. And sometimes even on sort of day 6 and 7, I don't have any major hunger. Excuse me. You'll get to know me. I'm always touching my face and swallowing funny and taking little breaks here and there. Anyway, getting back to what I was saying earlier. So, my mood this week, if you haven't watched my previous video, you might or might not know that my work made a major announcement the other day, and that is going to dramatically impact my future. So, I had a bit of a wobble last week. I've been off all week this week, which was great. It was planned, it was annual leave. So I've been able to process, I've been able to, oh, it's going to be okay. Everything's going to be fine. I'll be all right. And, oh, I hate them. I can't believe they've done this to me. And then back to, oh, everything's going to be okay. I'll get on with my life. So yeah, I've had a good week. I've had a really, really busy week. I've been doing gardening. I cleaned the front of the house. I did the patio. I've done some jobs inside. I've moved some furniture around. So I've made really good use of this time this week. Uh, Hunger. I haven't really had much hunger. I've been in a bit of a routine for the last couple of weeks where I don't have any hunger, sort of Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Like I said, Monday, Tuesday, hunger's starting to come back. Maybe Wednesday, I'm hungrier than the rest of the week. I work that in around my eating over the week. So I'm not going too low on calories. I'm trying to balance it out. Cravings this week, I've had zero cravings. Nothing in particular that I've been looking for. There's been no sort of like, oh, I need to eat this or anything like that. And I've been very lucky that from day one, I would say my cravings have been way reduced. Um, some people still have cravings. They still have hunger. They might get some food noise, which I haven't really had. But I also, every time I do think about food, or every time I do think, oh, I'd like to eat that, I do look at that thought. I examine that thought a little bit just to see, is it a habitual thought, or is it a genuine sort of like food noise or craving? Because I believe part of this Mounjaro journey is that it's giving us the space and the time and uh, taking the food noise away long enough for us to be able to look at those thoughts in a little bit more detail. So that's how I approach it. So yeah, so from the beginning, I've kind of been looking at that and thinking, am I really hungry, or am I just having a habitual thought? Right, I'll give you an example. Um, so I had some very good news this week. Some news that I've been waiting for, basically. And my first thought after I had that was, oh, I can sit down tonight and eat blah 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 blah. And I ran through like some cheese and onion crisps and some chocolate and maybe some ice cream, and what I realized was that was a habitual thought. That was a, oh, that's, I usually use food to go along with my mood. And I actually didn't want any of that stuff, and I didn't do any of that stuff. But it was interesting that that thought just snuck in. So good news, feel elated, feel happy, and then the first thing I think about is all of the bad food, not bad food, all of the food that I used to eat that I could eat now. But I didn't act on it, and that's where Manjaro has stepped in and helped me, because it curbs those cravings, it curbs those desires. So it brings it down from like an unmanageable amount right the way down to, ah, yeah, that might be nice, but I'm not going to bother. So that works really well for me. Sleep this week, I've been alternating between sleeping like a baby and waking up in the middle of the night and stressing about work for a couple of hours before I fall back to sleep and sleep like a baby again. So yeah, sleep is what it is. It's been my biggest probably impact since I started Manjaro. Side effect, if you will, is that I do have interrupted sleep, but I still feel good. I don't feel sleep deprived. So that's good. And mini goals. So if you've been following me for a while, you know that my mini goal is to get under 200 pounds. The next mini goal after that is to make 50 pounds weight loss, which will be about £2 away from kind of where I am now. And then the next mini goal after that will be to get into the 13s in the UK stone. So I'm currently in the 14s. So the next goal will be 13s. But in the meantime, I've also got a trip planned to Chicago to see my daughter who lives over there. So once I tick off those 3 mini goals, I'm taking a break from goals until I come back from Chicago. I am going to take a bit more of a relaxed approach in Chicago. I am going to eat some food that I want, have a good time if we go out to a restaurant. I am going to be led by my hunger. I'm not going to be forcing myself to eat. But I'm going to enjoy some food along the way, because, that's what going away is all about. So you've got to really adapt this journey to make it work for yourself. We can't be living in deprivation the whole time, feeling bad, wanting stuff and not having things. For example, I'll allow myself like a packet of cheese and onion crisps or a single chocolate every now and again. I've allowed it for myself every day. I've allowed myself one chocolate every day, one Lindor ball or one square of chocolate. I very rarely do that. It's probably once or twice a week I will actually indulge in that. And packet of crisps, again, maybe once or twice a week. So I'm not going overboard, but I'm also not depriving myself. If I do feel like something like that, I'll have it. So that's where I am, sort of like mini goals wise. My March challenge was to eat between 75 and 120 grams of protein per day, drink 2 litres of water per day, and exercise 3 times a week. So we're March 15th today. And so I can say that every single day I have had at least, for me actually, at least 90 grams of protein every day this month. I've drunk 2 litres of water. And for example, this week I have worked out 4 times. That's usually on the treadmill or on the exercise bike. And then I did one mad day of like 4 hours of gardening. So I cleaned the outside of the house. I mowed the lawn, did some hedges, trimmed, raked, all of that. So we could call that exercise as well. It doesn't have to be just exercise sort of like on the treadmill or in the gym or things like that. Heavy, vigorous work, I would class that as exercise as well. So yeah, so tick, tick, tick. So far, halfway through March, and I'm still consistent with all of those aspects of the March challenge. So hopefully you are too, those of you who have joined me along for the March challenge. If you still haven't, or if you're not aware of it, please do join. Those are the only criteria. The only 2 criteria are eat your protein and drink your water consistently throughout March, just to make sure that you're hitting both of those targets. There's a couple of new people on YouTube who are vlogging their journey at the moment. One of them is Karen's GLP journey. I've got it written down here so I don't forget it. So if you haven't looked at Karen's site, go and have a look. Karen has been a huge supporter of me since the beginning of my journey, and you may have seen her comments on other people's channels as well. So Karen has started her own channel now, so go over and give her a watch. And then the other person I wanted to give a shout out to was Jamie Man in Black. He's just started sort of vlogging his Mounjaro journey along with other things that he does on his channel. So maybe take a look at his channel as well. I know guys, you sort of struggle to find as many guys doing Mounjaro or Mounjaro as there are females. So yeah, guys vlog in a completely different way. So that's why I always do like to shout out a couple of like the guys' channels. And sadly, I think we might have lost Mounjaro Journey UK. Scott, anyone who used to follow Scott, he just seems to have disappeared. So Scott, if you are watching this, I've had a few people reach out to me and wonder where you are, and just if I'd seen anything of your posts. So you are missed, and obviously you'll be really welcomed back. So yeah, there's a big hole in the Mounjaro journey world without your videos and shorts coming up. So there's another guy that's vlogging at the moment. Alan Spicer is losing it. So just a couple of extra vlogs. I know I like to look at different people's styles and see what everyone else is doing. So yeah, there's just a couple of extra channels for you to check out. So on to the weight loss this week. My mini goal. Did I reach my mini goal of under 200 pounds, 199.9? That was what I was going to settle for. So last week I weighed in at 200.8 pounds, or 14 stone 4.8, or 91.1 kilos. And this week I can report I weighed in at 199.0. So I've smashed right through the 200-pound barrier, and I'm now at 199 even, 199 flat. And that is in the UK 14 stone 3, or if you use kilos, 90 90.4 kilos. So this week I lost a total of 1.8 pounds, which brings my total so far lost to 48.2 pounds. So I'm 1.2 pounds away from the 50-pound mark, which for me, wanting to lose 100 pounds, is the halfway mark. So 50 is also like a big significant number. So yeah, so that's my next mini goal, is the 1.2 pounds before I go to Chicago on the 21st of April, which I think is 4 weeks away. I think it's 4 or 5 weigh-ins. I can't remember now. But yeah, so hopefully I'll make it by then. Hopefully I'll make it by next week, but you never know. And then when I said about getting into the 13s, so 13 stone, excuse me, sorry, the top range of 13 stone would be 195 pounds. So 4 pounds to lose to get into the 14s, 13s. So those are my mini goals. So I cannot tell you how happy I am. So Thursday, I felt I felt really I felt really skinny on Thursday. I felt really light on Thursday, and I just thought, I don't know, shall I just weigh in? Shall I do it? And so yeah, I did. I had a cheeky Thursday morning weigh-in, and it was 199.6. I've done a short that I'm going to release. The short shows the 199.6. It also shows my other scale, which shows the pounds, stone, and kilos. So that's why there's two different scales in that short. But yeah, I was just made up. I mean, I was ecstatic for the day, and it really fueled my day. I just felt really, really good, and I'm not ashamed to say I felt really proud of myself. I know some people are like, "Oh, Mounjaro's cheating," or "Oh, it's he's not doing it really." I am doing it really. I'm working really hard. I'm really trying to improve my life, and Mounjaro is the extra little push I need just to be able to do that. It's not doing all of the heavy lifting. I'm doing some of that as well, so I am proud of myself. Go me, go Ginger. Yeah, you know. So I'm absolutely delighted, and yeah, anything I lose between now and Chicago is a bonus. Um, yeah, because like I said, if I could lose another 5 pounds or even 10 pounds, who knows? It gives me just that little buffer, so that if I do put on a bit of weight in Chicago, it's not the end of the world. And I'm not going to go hog wild while I'm over there, but I am, like I said, just going to go out for the odd meal with my daughter and her fella, and just have a nice time. If something takes my fancy, I want to be able to do it. And I've got a little Airbnb type thing. So I've got like a kitchenette in there. So the majority of the time, definitely my breakfast is going to be, quite um quite on point for what I'm doing in my journey. So, I'll have my protein coffee while I'm over there. It's got like a little hot plate, so I might do myself some hard boiled eggs. So it's not going to be an eating fest, although Chicago is known for its food. Um, but yeah, so there's the update. I now weigh under 200 pounds, and I couldn't be happier. I am only halfway there or thereabouts. I haven't quite decided, but it is possible. I am working at it. Like I said, I'm really focused on getting healthy now, getting fitter, and so yeah, I've enjoyed my workouts this week, and I haven't pushed it. The other day, I did get on the treadmill, and I was going to do a big workout. I haven't counted this one. So I haven't counted it as a proper workout. But I did get on the treadmill the other day, and I started kind of like doing my walking pace, my fast walking, with the plan to do 4 times 2 minute runs, like faster runs. Um, but I felt exhausted, and I felt a bit drained by the whole work situation and everything. So I did 20 minutes flat walking, no incline, no speeding up. And then I stopped after 20 minutes because I was just like, my heart isn't in it. I'm really tired. And I went to bed that night and I fell asleep really, really early. So I don't know, I think it was just all of the stress and everything. But I feel like I've moved through that now. So, but yeah, so goal achieved. I'm made up. I couldn't say just how happy I feel. So yeah, that's my update for week 24. If you are new here, please do like and subscribe. Oh, I can't say it. Like and subscribe. Um, please leave me a comment. I do respond to all comments. I think I've caught up on all of the ones that I had missed and had been flagged into another folder. So some people's comments had disappeared. I do apologise. I've no idea why that did it, and I still can't figure it out. But yeah. So yeah. Join me along here for my journey as I continue on my Mounjaro weight loss adventure in my bid to lose £100. So thanks everybody for taking the time to watch. If you're still here at the end, thank you very much. And I will see you midweek for a midweek musing. Take care now. Bye bye.